kickoff for Buffalo.
And we are underway in Buffalo. Here's Kareth White on the return. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28.
The Dolphins take over 1st and 10 at their own 28-yard line.
Two and now on 1st down. That one is caught by Hunt. And they can't bring him down. And all the way in for a Miami touchdown. Kareem Hunt, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Dolphins are going to take a first-quarter lead. That is a quick strike, one play all the way to the house. You know, the pass was fine, but that run after the catch, impressive.
An absolute horrible time. Of course, any time like this is a horrible time for a defensive breakdown. But where's the tackling? Where were the safeties? You don't expect him to catch the ball, and next thing you know, he's running into the goalpost this early in the game. That's not supposed to happen.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. Fielded in the end zone. And it'll come out to the 25 as he will not attempt to return.
5-yard line.
Coming out with a jumbo package to start the drive. Devin Singletary with his first carry of the game. And he's going to have just a couple here with a marker on the field as well. That time the right guard sending him backwards.
And so many different types of guys rotate in on the defensive line now depending on situations. You can get the bulky guy, the fast guy. No matter what, though, you can't hold them.
So the shotgun snap to Allen. And incomplete. Crisis averted. Almost picked. Instead, 2nd down.
A lot of times it's that first read that you have. Maybe you get it in pre-snap. He locked in on his target, but he was covered quite well, and that one's incomplete.
So they'll come up after the incompletion for 2nd down.
26 mark. I got 2 pop.
From the gun, it's Allen. Flush to his right. Out of the backfield, it's T.J. Yeldon. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. A first down there on a pickup of 25.
1st and 10 at the 40.
Looked like the defense put pretty good pressure on him, but he's able to flush out to his right to try and evade people. On the run, had to get on his horse. Still accurately throws a nice pass for a first down.
And that'll be incomplete. We do have a penalty flag down, however. Let's see what that's about. In the pocket, chucked it away, flag comes down.
So you got to move a little bit, right? Know where you are on the field, have some awareness. Tackle to tackle. You got to get outside of that tackle box in order to get that done.
Another L. Designer on me, this that new Chanel. Did that splash, did that drip. Hey, champion, yeah, we here. Yeah, this the winning teams, 6 rings with a pinky ring. Everybody used to pick at me, now I'm the one that they picking. Snakes out, they hissing, but I can't hear when the crowd screams. Still balling like an offspring. This for all the ones that doubted me. Gotta lose once to be a true winner. Only want the hunters with the blues in it. Eating blood across it where the blood dinner. Juice stay turned like, you know. I've been through that water like Olympic swimmers. Only bread and butter, what we ate for dinner. So I had to dream it till the dream is bigger. Only want the gold, we don't need the silver. Gotta be number 1, number 2 never count. Used to have bubble guts competition, now point them out. Making my babies proud, wanna call my mama a house. Coming straight out the south, gotta know juice to end the drought. Yeah, I buy like 23. Whoa, won't fall again, and I put that on me. Yeah, I feel the way, my heart all on my sleeve. Yeah, that's why I had to put my wrist on freeze. Coming for the win, can't take another L. Designer on me, this that new Chanel. Did that split, did that drill. Yeah, yeah, champion.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Tua going to hand this one to Breida. He's got the first down and more past midfield. And finally marked down at the 42-yard line. Chewing up big yardage. Another nice gain there. This one goes for 20. So 1st and 10 now in Buffalo territory at the 42-yard line. He'll get just a yard on the scramble. It's 2nd down.
Yeah, he only gets a few yards on 1st and 10, but he's better off doing that than throwing an incompletion or even worse, an interception.
So we're at the 41, 2nd and 9. It's a gain of about 3, but it's going to leave him with 3rd and still 7 yards to go.
That's a nice job there defensively, being able to diagnose that little touch pass. They saw it coming, converged on him before he could get much out of it.
Throwing is Tagovailoa on 3rd down here. The open man is Smith. And he's got a first down as the tackle made at the Bills' 18. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another first down. So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. Here's Breida. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down.
A gain of 4.
I think that's the type of run we'll continue to see throughout this game. The snow coming down, I don't expect a lot of big plays to be broken.
On 2nd down, a run with Breida. They stopped after only a yard, taking it down to the 14.
Ball carrier.
This defense against the run, by the way, they're not top 5, but they are top 10.
So what's your philosophy here? Do you try and run the ball against a team that's pretty good against the run? What if you're a pretty good running team? If so, you might want to go ahead and run it anyway because that's your strength.
And this is going to be incomplete.
But he'll definitely say that that's one he should have held on to. But when you're playing in elements like this, sometimes those bullet passes, those ones with a little bit of pace on them, they can be difficult to hold on to.
31-yard attempt.
Rosa's kick is good. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. So, yes, it's only 3, but at least they're able to answer back after giving up the touchdown to start the game.
Yeah, I like the observation there because getting some points on the board, very positive for them. Feel a little bit better about things because if you don't score, you potentially have opened the door for them to score again, and then you're down 14.
Fielded in the end zone. And the decision to come out of the end zone is going to cost him 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 20.
At their own 20-yard line.
Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive. They had the touchdown on the opening drive of the ball game. It was countered by just a field goal. So, hey, if your guys can do that for 4 quarters, you're in good shape.
Yeah, it is a team game, so that's just good complimentary football. But, you know, I know I'm no brainiac. Did you trade 6s for 3s? Things are going to work out in your favor.
That play going for 16 yards to start the drive. First down.
At the 36-yard line.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Working out of the shotgun. Here's Allen. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
Even without a ton of pressure in his face, it just shows how difficult it is to pick apart his own defense. Those guys are sitting back, and they're not playing receivers as much as they're playing the eyes of the quarterback and when he delivers the ball.
On 2nd down, here's a run with Singletary. They do get a yard there, but only a yard. Leaves him with 3rd and 9 looming.
He's brought down at the 37-yard line. A gain of 1. Brings up 3rd down and 9.
After 1, 7-3 the score on EA Sports.
7. Dolphins 3.
The Dolphins bring on an extra defensive back on 3rd down. From the gun, Allen. Escaping the pressure right. Now on the run. He'll throw it back deep over the middle. And unable to connect. Incomplete. Give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down.
Now that's a good bounce back after giving up a touchdown on the opening drive. Just 1 first down permitted and then out. Obviously no loss of confidence with that defense, and now they get to turn it back to their offense.
He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. On the return, it's White. So this will be accepted as it moves the offense backwards. So the special teams penalty cost some yardage there as they come out on 1st and 10. They run with Breida. And a short pickup there as he'll take this up to right around the 20.
Ball carrier.
Tackle made there by Matt Milano.
20-yard line.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground, but I think the play gets made by the defensive front because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find a hole.
And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. A big pickup of 38. That's how you draw up the run-pass option right there. You get a chunk play out of it.
And you know quarterbacks love to throw the RPOs because oftentimes they're in-breaking routes. The receivers love it even more. The ball gets to them quickly, allows them to put some moves on in the secondary.
And now a throw on 1st down there, but it's incomplete.
Yeah, that one sailed on him. You've got to make sure you give your receiver a chance to come down inbounds because they are very gifted. They'll make the circus catches, but they make them out of bounds. That does you no good.
Ball on the 42 as they come up 2nd and 10. From the gun, it's Tua. This time for Smith, and it's intercepted. Teron Johnson able to pick it past the 20. And he is going to score. It's a pick 6 and a Bills touchdown.
Coaches preach all the time about opportunities and taking advantage of them, and he did exactly that. I used to have a coach told us all the time, a lost opportunity is never regained. Well, no regrets here. He picked that one off and took it to the house.
And he knocks it through.
Makes the score Bills 14. Dolphins 3. Tyler Bass to kick off 4.
So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. This taken in about 4 yards deep. Oh, a good return up past the 30. Solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32.
1st and 10 at their own 32-yard line.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And this not an easy situation. You're down early, in the elements, you're on the road. How do you get the mojo back?
Well, one thing is to remember that as an offensive player, you have a much better idea of what you're trying to accomplish and where you're trying to go than the defender. So in this case, because you know it, you can make your cuts with a little more decisiveness, maybe a second fake, some double moves, things of that nature, to go ahead and try and put some pressure on the defense.
They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
Rookie to rookie on the hookup there, and it's a 1st down.
14 yards. And the Dolphin 1st down.
A first carry now for Kareem Hunt. 5 yards is the tally on 1st down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
It's a gain of
nice satisfying run on 1st down for the offense, picking up 5, which means defensively, the thought process is entirely different. You don't want to panic, but at the same time, you're saying to each other, we've got to tighten this down. We can't give up gains like that.
This is Breida. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. It's a first down on a gain of 10.
It's a gain of 10.
Run there by Matt Breida, and he spent the early part of his career in San Francisco sharing the backfield and sharing the ball. What you really want with him, open space and make sure he's touching it, because he can take it from 0 to the end zone in a very short amount of time.
On first down, they'll run with Hunt. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2.
Kareem Hunt, the ball carrier.
That's a strong pickup right there on first down. And as this drive goes on, we're seeing an offensive line and running game imposing its will.
At the 26-yard line.
8 yards the gain on that last run. Here's 2nd and a couple. Out of the gun, they run it with Hunt. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Dolphins touchdown. Kareem Hunt, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Dolphins able to get this back within a touchdown. A solid blocking up front from the guys on the offensive line allowed him to get in for the touchdown.
Yeah, some might say that the guys on the offensive line were in concert. I used to have a coach who called it marrying up. Meaning, when you get on a guy, you just stay right there, and each guy has his own assignment. That allowed the runner to make the big move towards the end zone.
And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25.
At their own 24-yard line.
Bills come to the line to start their next drive. And they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you called before, realize it hasn't worked
Go to
so
something
well,
else.
and maybe try and find one of those special plays from one of your better players, and maybe try and hit something big and get things going in the excitement area.
A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
It'll be a gain of 6, and they're going to have a 3rd down.
Oh, I came to my feet on that one. I thought he was getting close to breaking that one big, but in the end, give some credit to the defense, finding a way to get to him and forcing a 3rd down.
Dolphins bring on an extra defensive back on 3rd down.
26 Mike. Get that quarterback, D-line. Get that quarterback, D-line. Monday. Get that quarterback. 26 Mike. Oh, here we go. Oh. 26 Mike. You ain't got nothing.
Now Allen. Eluding the pressure right. On the run, he'll let this go deep right side. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down.
That could be the stop this defense needed to get them back on track. They've been pretty well dissected by the offense here in the first half. After that possession, now they know that they can compete with this offense.
White now to return. A 41-yard punt there with no return. And it'll be Dolphin football.
At their own 27-yard line.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And now with still more than a minute to go in what's been a tight game, you figure we'll try to see them move the ball downfield.
And remember, they get the kickoff to start the second half, so this is a golden opportunity for them to go down there and put up a couple of 6s back-to-back. What a momentum swing that would be.
Yeah, you might be able to get a 2-for-1 without ever even giving up the football.
3 yards on the play. First down, Dolphins.
So the big play moves them all the way across midfield to the 40 now for 1st and 10. And they went the wrong way there, losing yardage back at the 43-yard line. Now the Dolphins going to burn the first of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 26 seconds to go until halftime. Tua wants to throw it on second down. Airing it out deep for Smith. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Levi Wallace with a pick. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. He's had a fantastic rookie season, made a lot of lovely throws, but that wasn't one of them.
Well, we got to give him one, don't we? I mean, with the year he's having, a lot easier for he and his teammates to accept that throw because for the most part, what they've seen, it's been pretty sensational.
So after the INT, it's Allen, and that is incomplete. So 17 seconds now on the clock here.
So much for the best laid plans and best designed plays. That was good coverage along the sidelines. No place for that one to get in there. It sails incomplete.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. To throw again, Allen, and that is incomplete. Down to 15 seconds now.
Well, let's go ahead and detail this situation here. 3rd and long coming up, back near your own goal line. I would be very hesitant about throwing the football in this situation.
Maybe just run up the middle?
Yeah, I think that might be the spot for them. You got to try and find some space for your punter because you don't want him backed up where he has to alter what he does.
26 Mike. Half 85. Middle. 26 Mike. Let's go, Heavy.
Throwing is Allen on 3rd. He's got the hook up to John Brown on the right side. The Dolphins going to take their 2nd timeout as they stop it with 11 seconds remaining in this first half. The Bills send the punter out as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. And he's able to get it out of there. Taking on the midfield logo. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. A nice return there of 11 to help mitigate a good punt. And there'll be time for maybe one final play before halftime. So 3 seconds here remain in the half. On is the field goal unit to see about getting 3 points. This officially a 55-yard attempt. So we've come upon halftime here in Week 17 as we send you down to Orlando where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
Tyler Bass to kick off for Buffalo.
The final 2 quarters of the NFL regular season are upon us as the second half of Week 17 is underway. And not much on this one. Takes it from the 21. Oh, a good-looking return set up here.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 32-yard line.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. They're down here, but very much in this game. What's the tonality of a coach's talk when a game is within striking distance like this at intermission?
Typically, what they're doing is emphasizing the things that went well in the first half and wanting more of that. Sure, you've got to go over some of the errors and clean up some things because there's a reason you're down. But overall, I think they want to stay positive, stay up with this team. We're just starting the second half, and we've got the football. Let's go ahead and punch it in, and then we'll take it from there.
See how that recipe works. No gain on the screen there. It's 2nd down.
Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or two miss, but that window closed quickly. Now he's going to swing this one out to his running back. It'll be a gain of 8 yards, and that'll bring up a 3rd and 1.
I think the best offenses love to get the ball to their running backs in open space because they have the ability to make people miss, and they also have the ability to run over people. And if you do that throughout the game, after a while, they might just run through some of those tackles and go a long way.
Well, we saw him shed a nice tackle on that play. Just a 1-yard pickup on the play, and that's going to bring up a 4th down.
It's now 4th down.
The offense here not budging. They're going to fight for it on 4th and inches. They run for it with Breida. 20. And now off to the races down the right side. And all the way in for a Miami touchdown. Matt Breida, his 19th touchdown now on the season. And the Dolphins have taken the lead. It's good, and they'll take a 17-14 lead.
Dolphins 17, Bills 14.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. Taken about 7 yards deep. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback.
Their own 19-yard line.
Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive. And right now these guys, they're shuffling a little bit, maybe doubting, because 3 straight drives have ended with them punting the football away.
Yeah, so you start pointing fingers at each other a little bit, asking a lot of questions. What are you seeing? What are you getting? Maybe trying to narrow down your playbook a little bit and maybe get simpler rather than more complex in order to try and fashion together a drive. I think in a sense they won with their presentation because they showed 22 personnel. That's 2 running backs, 2 tight ends. So you figure if it's going to be a big play, it would come out of the running game because that's how they showed. But instead, they chose to throw out of that formation, and they definitely caught the defense off guard.
A play fake to Singletary, and now it's Allen. He's got it complete to Diggs, right side. And taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down. The catch and run, good for 18 and a 1st down.
I love the drive they're working on here because they know they can take the lead with a touchdown. And so far on this drive, so good. They've moved the ball down the field with very little resistance defensively. But they better be prepared for some adjustments to come their way now.
Buying time to his left. He's going to take off, and he will score. Touchdown, Buffalo. A 15-yard touchdown run, and the Bills have retaken the lead. So the defensive coverage was good, so good he just decided to make a play of his own, and it worked out.
Yeah, you often wonder if they think to themselves, was the coverage too good to allow him to run the football? I think you'd rather take your chances with him doing exactly that, and he beat him on that play all the way to the end zone.
Here's White. And able to get this out to the 25.
Over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. They had seized the lead there for a little bit with a starting drive in the 3rd quarter, but a moment ago the touchdown that puts them back behind.
So their defense is under siege a little bit right now because they have not even...
And the Bills are going to get him as he goes down. Off the edge, Jerry Hughes gets the sack.
Well, so much for setting the tone of the drive offensively. Giving up a big sack that loses that kind of yardage, not a great start.
On 2nd down, Tua. He'll get that complete to Parkinson. And he'll get to the 29-yard line, brought down there. They get 16 out of that one, but they'll still need to convert on 3rd.
A gain of 16 on the play. But it's 3rd down.
Tua going to throw. They'll go screen here to Hunt. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. A good gain again. That's now 31 yards combined on those last 2 plays.
15. 1st down, Miami.
Tua now on 1st down. And the pressure gets there, and Tua is going to be taken down. That's the rookie A.J. Epinesa who gets him to the turf.
And plays like that really hurt play calling. They had a really nice gain on the previous play, but gave about half the yardage back on the sack. Excellent pressure up front. Nowhere to go with the football. Down he goes.
Now a throw for the left sideline, and he's got it. And he's going to be out up around the 45-yard line. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets them up for third down.
Gain of 10 yards.
An extra defensive back here for the Bills on third down. Play action. Now it's Tua. And it's caught by Parker. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. His first catch, and it's a pretty big one. They get the conversion on third down.
Gain of 16 yards.
So 1st and 10 now in Buffalo territory at the 39-yard line. Running with Hunt here out of the shotgun. Down the numbers. There he goes. And all the way in for a Miami touchdown.
Touchdown, Miami.
Kareem Hunt with his second touchdown of the game and 5th on the year. And the Dolphins are once again going to retake the lead. And that one gives them a 3-point lead.
Makes the score Dolphins 24, Bills 21.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. Takes this about 5 yards deep. And he returns this to the 22.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how.
Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off near the 44. And it's a big turnover there on the final play of the quarter. And that is going to do it for this third quarter of action. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. I'll tell you, far from ideal conditions to play in, but neither offense has had much trouble. Plenty of points to go around. 1st and 10. And he'll be brought down at about the 42. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9. A nice play design there with the touch pass. Looked good at the start, but bottom line, the defense was ready.
And they did a nice job scouting, didn't they? Not just scouting, but now executing once they saw the play for real after having worked on it all week in practice. They drilled on the play, then they drilled him.
And his throw's going to be incomplete.
Nowadays, quarterbacks don't mind throwing in the coverage because of the confidence they have in their receivers to come down with the ball. But sometimes you have to be careful you don't get too confident and throw an interception.
The Dolphins on third down. They've converted 4 times out of 6. Not bad. This is 3rd and 9. Flushed out right. Pass incomplete, but the flag in the backfield, and this might be a roughing call. Trailing in the 4th, this close of a game, that's a penalty you just can't afford.
It's an absolute killer, and it's one that drives coaches and teammates insane.
Now it's Breida. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8.
On the carry.
Nice job there on the tackle. Keep him to the short gain. And, of course, he got some good news this week. He was named AFC Defensive Player of the Week from last week's effort.
And part of the reason he got that award, because of plays like that. Not every play is spectacular. Not every play is for a loss. Make the plays that are in front of you, keep it to short gains, and you pile up statistics.
They follow up the gain of 2 with a gain of 1 that time.
That's a good job there by the corner. We do talk about this a lot, that a lot of corners see their job as simply covering receivers. Tackling isn't everyone's thing. But in this case, he came up quickly and made a nice, sure tackle. From a defensive perspective, they had exactly what you want anytime they want to throw the football. There was pressure on the quarterback. They were getting after him, and they tightened down on the receivers and forced the incompletion.
31-yard attempt.
And this one is going to just tuck into the bottom left corner as he gets it to go. And that will add 3 more to their lead. It pushes it up to 6. So they get to 3, but you wonder now, is that going to be enough?
Excellent question, because when I look at the smiles on that side of the field, they're a little tight, aren't they? If they had scored a touchdown there, those would be big half-moon groups. Better about their position.
And a touchdown in the other direction, all of a sudden they're down. Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive. And that last turnover could have proven more costly, but their defense only gave up 3. But now answering with a field goal doesn't do them much on this drive. They need to try and find the end zone. Kyle Van Noy in on the stop.
Well, from an offensive perspective, that was a tough run because he only picked up 3 yards. Well, let's flip it over to the defensive side. They now have the advantage. 3 3-yard gains. That means they're punting the ball likely on 4th down. That's what you're looking for when you're playing defense.
They go right back to Singletary. Space to maneuver at the 40. And he'll finally be taken down just shy of midfield. 22 yards there, a first down.
We'll definitely see some open running lanes, and he's taking advantage of it right now, but that shouldn't be a surprise. Defense has the lead. They're playing for the pass first.
Throwing on first down is Allen. Flush to his right. And he'll toss this one incomplete. Seeing no options, he throws it away.
Oh, that's got to frustrate him a little bit because they nearly got to him there, and it would have been the first sack of the game. Instead, they're able to influence the release, and they did force the incomplete pass.
Under 4 to go now as they come up on 2nd down.
Check nickel, nickel, nickel. 26 man. Check girls, check girls.
Throwing again. Allen escaping the pressure right. Oh, you saw that one coming. It's intercepted. Thrown back across his body. Picked by the rookie Noah Igbenogany. So they will accept the penalty and move forward. So now 1st and 10 as they've crossed into Miami territory at the 46. Allen going to give this one to Singletary. And that play will go nowhere. Losing yardage back near midfield at the 49. It was Shaq Lawson there. He'll get credit for the tackle for loss. So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the first down run goes backwards.
26 months. Here we go. 26
So the shotgun snap to Allen. Eluding the pressure right. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
We've seen that the deep ball's been a part of their game plan all afternoon, but they've had trouble hooking up on it, unable to successfully find the end zone over the top.
Possibly a turning point. Big play coming. This is 3rd and long.
26 months. All day, every day, any day.
To the air. Allen. Flushed out right. It's Knox, the tight end, making the catch. And he'll get this to the 40, but that's still going to be a few yards short of the first down. They do get 9, but it leads to 4th down. One score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down.
26 months. And we got to get to the ball. Get to the ball. Let's keep moving.
Now Allen. Got to have this one. Flush to his right. And this is going to be intercepted. It's the Pro Bowler Byron Jones. And the return this time will go out to the 42-yard line.
Well, I get what he was trying to do. He was moving to his right and trying to shift the coverage, but instead he shifted the coverage also to the right and threw right into it for an interception.
To begin the drive, here's a handoff to Hunt. And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. Got to figure now, after getting that turnover, they're just going to be happy to keep the ball on the ground, right?
This is where covering the football, taking care of the ball, all the ball security terms that have ever been used, they come into play for the guys on offense right now. Just take care of it, and they've got a good chance of ending up winning this game.
So the Dolphins have it as we welcome you back in. They've got a 2nd down now as they search for a way to get this one to the finish line. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. A gain there of 21 yards.
But they picked up a little bit of yardage there, and now, in this situation, should be in no hurry to run a play really fast. Let the clock wind down.
Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. Yeah, he's able to push his way forward somehow for a gain of about 2 yards. 2nd down now.
37-yard line.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. And now the question everyone's wondering, look at the clock, late 4th quarter, do they put the ball in the air here on 3rd?
I don't. I run the football, and I tell my offensive line, no leakage up front. I don't want my running back hit as I hand the ball off to him. I don't want any type of an issue. But if I am going to throw it, quick throw, out to the perimeter, maybe one of my best receivers running a quick slant or something like that.
The Bills are going to go ahead and use their final timeout as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Here's Matt Hawk now, as he should be able to pin him back deep here with his first punt. A special teams mistake there, no doubt. Just 26 yards officially on the punt. And the Bills will be backed up to start the drive. They'll have it 1st and 10. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. They're down here in a 1-score game. At the time, it's a factor, but it's not a huge factor right now, is it?
It's really not, because this amount of time gives them a chance to run their offense.
Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. And all the way down to the 35. A big play here for Buffalo. 54 yards. So how about this for a change in field position? From inside the 10, here's 1st down on the other side of the field. Steps away to his left. And this one incomplete. So the clock stopped now with 20 seconds remaining. Cole Beasley, the intended target. And now it's 2nd down. Back to throw. And that is incomplete. Down to 15 seconds now. That one was intended for John Brown. And it's 3rd down.
Brings up 3rd down and 10.
So now 3rd and 10. A big play to start the drive, but nothing since.
26
To throw is Allen. Escaping the pressure right. And he's caught on the sideline, but he's not going to have a 1st down. They say he was out of bounds. So a big call there. That brings up 4th. So down 6, and they know they need this one on 4th down. Back to throw. Allen. He's going to let it fly. And this is incomplete with a clock showing just 3 seconds left. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and the Dolphins defense is able to hold. Good starting field position for the Dolphins as they have it 1st and 10 at their 35-yard line.
Today's final score, Dolphins.
So a victory here for the Miami Dolphins, and they were spurred on by a strong performance in that 4th quarter as they held their opponents off the scoreboard.
Everyone wants to pitch a shutout for the entire game, but when you throw one in the 4th quarter, that tells everyone that you're getting stronger and dominance is starting to take over, right? The way that you close, the way that you finish, that gets preached to you from the time you're playing Little League football all the way up through. And they closed them out with a big-time performance down the stretch.
So for Miami, the win means they'll finish in double digits at 10-6. And that is maybe not exactly what they were hoping for, but a better-than-average season nonetheless. Meanwhile, for the Bills, this was basically just an exhibition game for them as they'd already clinched home field advantage. And the playoffs will run through their house as they'll get the week off and get set to host a divisional round game in 2 weeks' time. So for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon.